Hi. Managed to turn the camera around. I had to stop it because I launched into a big conversation only to realise that it wasn't actually it wasn't actually on. Anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. No, what am I talking about? A wonderful Saturday. That's what I meant to say. I'm actually out a bit late because I've had a pretty slow morning. I've been doing a bit of research, doing a bit of prep for my show tomorrow, and I thought I would hop on here this afternoon just to have a quick chat with you about some reflections that I've been having, mainly to do with sort of learning new skills. And it emerged really out of a quick conversation I had with someone yesterday I was mentoring at the radio station. He was observing me and observing what I was doing, and trying to learn some of the skills by observing. And one of the things I remember being said to me is that if you want to be clear that you actually know something or you have the appropriate skills in a particular activity, try teaching it. Because when you have to teach someone something that you know, that really does push the envelope a bit further. Anyway, he asked me a few questions as I was broadcasting, and I was able to answer them. And it dawned on me about how many moving parts there are when you're actually in the studio on your own without a producer or an assistant. How much you have to be on it, basically, and thinking ahead in terms of all the bits and pieces that are involved. And then when he spent about an hour with me, and then he's probably totally exhausted actually after watching all my manic movements. But he then remarked that I must have been doing this for years, because it looks as though I can almost do it in my sleep. And I find that so amusing, because I can vividly remember when I first began to work in the studio on my own, presenting shows alone and so on. And I was, I vividly recall thinking to myself, I'm never going to learn this. It's just too much to remember, too many moving parts. And I felt totally intimidated by the studio production desk, the mixer. But then I recall also my own mentors saying to me, you will learn it. It will take time. And when you do learn it, you'll see it's fairly straightforward. And I did. Over time, with persistence and consistency, I learnt how to run the studio on my own. And then I liken it to what I'm trying to do now in terms of learning skills around Facebook and all the features and the advertising features and so on, to help and support me with my small business. And I keep playing that over in my head. You will learn it. It will take time. But be persistent and be consistent, and you will get it. And I think that's a really valuable lesson to remember. Don't be impatient with yourself, because some of these new skills that we're learning, those of us who are sort of trying to master the internet and trying to get a grip on how we can run our businesses online, there is a lot to learn, and every day there's something new. However, when you begin to talk to others about what you're learning, you realize, well, yeah, you are learning stuff, and it's not going to be quick. I suppose it's as quick as you can afford to give it time. But what I am really confident about is that I will learn, I will gain more knowledge, and I will gain more skills. And I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy to think that it will take time. And I'm quite happy to know that it's not something that happens overnight. So that's my message really for you today. You know, any new skill that you're trying to master, you're trying to learn, will take time, but with persistence and consistency, you'll get there, honestly. Have a brilliant day. If you do want to subscribe, please hit the bell below. If you want to send me a message of any sort, any comments, please put them in the comment box below. Have yourself a brilliant day. And as I always say, peace.